Dear students, good morning. Today we shall study resources for class 8th. Today we shall know about resources. What are the resources and how are they useful for human beings? Importance of resources. Resources and their value. Any substance, material, living things or service which has usability or utility is called a resources. In other words, anything that can be used to satisfy a need is a resource. For example, books, stationeries, goods, water, air, sunlight, means of transport, energy, etc. It is utility or usability which makes an object of substance a resource. Things become resource only when they have some value. A substance's use or utility gives it a value. Value means worth. The value could be economic or moral or aesthetic according to the nature of a resource. For example, metal have an economic value, but a beautiful landscape or scenery may have aesthetic value. Whereas love for our family and care about our environment may have moral value. Value of resource associated with money is called economic or commercial value of the resource. The economic value of a substance or resource may change with a passage of time. For example, homemade remedies have no commercial values as present, but if they are patented and sold by medical firms, they could become economically valuable. Time and technology are two important factors that can change a substance into value resources. The people, according to their different needs, develop new technologies to make many other resources. Now, types of resources. There are 3 types of resources. First, natural resource, human-made resources, and also human resources. First of all, natural resources. Natural resources are those resources which are directly drawn from nature and used without modification. Natural resources are useful raw materials that we get from the nature directly. In simple words, natural resources are gift of nature to man. For example, air we breathe, water in river and lakes, soil, mineral, sunlight, animals, etc. Now, classification of natural resources. Normal resources are classified into groups on the basis or their level of development and use, origin, stock and distribution. Classification on the basis of level of development and used. Actual resources. Those resources whose quantity is known as actual resources. These resources are being used in the present. For example, the rich deposits of coal in Raipur regions of Germany and petroleum in the West Asia. The dark soil of Deccan Plateau in Maharashtra, Gujarat, etc. Potential resources. These resources are those whose entire quantity or utility is not known. Their resources are not being used today because of the lack of advanced level of technology which may help in drilling them out the put into use. Classification on the basis of origin. Avitic resources. These resources are not non-living, for example soil, rocks, minerals, modes of transport, books, furniture, etc. Vital resources. These resources are living things, for example plants and animals. Renewable resources. These resources are one which get renewed or replenished quickly. Some of these are unlimited and are not affected by human activities, for example solar and wind energy. Non-renewable resources. These resources have a limited stock. If these stocks are exhausted, it may take thousands of years to get renewed or replenished. This period is much more than human life spans. Hence, it is considered as non-renewable resources, for example, coal and petroleum. That's all.